Hey everyone, and welcome to This Explainer. Today we're tackling a universal frustration. You know, how to completely transform a chaotic, pull your hair out environment into a highly efficient workspace. Whether we're talking about physical clutter on a shop floor or just total digital disorganization on your computer, we're going to dive into a surprisingly simple framework to re-engineer exactly how you interact with your surroundings. I mean, seriously, think about it for a second. How much time do you waste just looking for things? We've absolutely all been there. You have to stop a crucial task just to hunt down a lost tool, dig through a messy desk, or, find that one digital file that seems to have literally grown legs and walked away. It totally ruins your flow, and frankly, it's just a massive drain on your productivity. So, to fix this, we look to lean methodology from Japan, which completely zeroes in on eliminating two specific culprits of waste. First up is motion. That's the actual physical act of searching and looking around for things. And then there's defects, the mistakes, the errors, and the slips that are directly caused by trying to work in a cluttered, disorganized space. To conquer these wastes once and for all, we bring in the 5S framework. This is a structured, 5-step methodology specifically designed to create a clean, organized, safe, and just highly efficient workplace. It's essentially the ultimate blueprint for operational excellence. And here's a super fascinating bit of history for you. The framework's name obviously comes from 5 Japanese words. But in this incredible piece of linguistic luck, those original terms, seiri, seitan, seiso, seiketsu, and shitsuke, actually map perfectly to 5 English terms that also start with the letter S. It just makes the whole system remarkably easy to remember.
So what are they? Well, it's a step-by-step journey from chaos to complete order. We start at step 1 with sort, move right into set and order, then shine, follow that up with standardize, and finally hit step 5, sustain. Skipping even one of these means the whole system kind of falls apart. Let's break them down.
Step 1 is sort, or seiri. This is where you go through everything in your workspace with absolutely ruthless efficiency. The goal here is simple, but honestly, it's pretty difficult in practice. You have to separate what is absolutely necessary for your daily operations from what just isn't. You keep the vital tools, the necessary materials, your core data. Everything else, it gets tossed, recycled, or moved way out of the way into long-term storage. Now, actually making those sorting decisions can be tough, and it can really slow down your momentum. That is exactly where red tagging comes in. It's a highly effective, super practical tool used right in the thick of the sort phase. If you pick up an item and you're just not sure if it's useful, you don't sit there and agonize over it. You simply slap a red sticker on it. This flags it for evaluation later, letting you keep moving fast without getting bogged down in indecision. Okay, once you've cleared out the junk, you arrive at step 2, set in order, or seitan. The mantra here is classic, a place for everything and everything in its place. You arrange the necessary items based entirely on how frequently you use them. It's pure spatial logic. The tools you use every single day, those belong right within arm's reach. The stuff you rarely use gets pushed further away. It's all about making things easy to find, easy to use, and instantly put away. Moving on to step 3, shine, or say so. This is about cleaning the workspace thoroughly, but, and this is absolutely crucial, we need to completely reframe how we think about cleaning. This isn't just some cosmetic chore to make things look nice. Cleaning is actually a form of rigorous inspection. While you're wiping down a machine or clearing out a digital workspace, you are actively inspecting it. You can spot leaks, notice wear and tear, or catch software bugs early, long before they cause a massive, expensive breakdown. Next up is step 4, standardized, or seiketsu. This is where we lock in a consistent approach to maintain all that hard work we just did in the first 3 steps. We establish clear checklists, strict schedules, and definite responsibilities. Because without standardized rules defining exactly what a good workspace actually looks like, those first 3 steps will quickly unravel and boom, you slide right back into chaos. Finally, step 5, sustain or shutsuke. This shifts our focus entirely to the long-term survival of the system. Look, 5S cannot just be a one-off weekend project. It literally has to evolve into a daily habit and a lasting culture of discipline. You pull this off by conducting regular audits, sharing feedback constantly, and continuously refining things to keep your standards incredibly high. Now, let's see how all this builds into an even larger concept. To permanently lock in this newfound 5S efficiency, we introduce visual management. This is the vital practice of designing a workplace so that any abnormalities, any deviations from the standard at all, become immediately obvious to anyone looking. Visual management is basically the glue that holds your entire 5S system together. And visual management can take a bunch of different forms. The four main tools you'll see in any highly functioning 5S environment are shadow boards and outline tapes, color coding, floor markings, and Andon lights or digital dashboards. Let's look at how each one brilliantly supports our efficiency goals. Shadow boards are a perfect example of this in action. In a physical space, you might paint an outline around a tool right on a pegboard. Or on your desk, you might use masking tape to outline exactly where your laptop or a scanner belongs. When you do this, an empty space literally screams for attention. You know instantly, without thinking, that a tool is missing, which completely eliminates that wasted search time. Next up is color coding. This guarantees that items are always returned to their specific zones without any second guessing whatsoever. For instance, imagine assigning blue to all your break room cleaning supplies and yellow to your operational floor tools. If a blue broom somehow ends up on the operational floor, literally anyone can immediately see that it's out of place. No questions asked. Floor markings and tape lines serve that exact same purpose, but for movement in physical space. By clearly defining walkways, storage zones, and hazardous areas, you keep foot and machine traffic flowing safely. But just as importantly, these visual borders instantly prevent inventory from piling up where it should. If boxes start creeping over a tape line, the abnormality is just obvious to everyone in the room. Moving to more dynamic tools, we have Andon lights and digital dashboards. You'll see these everywhere, from customer service centers to factory production floors. They instantly broadcast the health of a process to the entire team. Green means everything is running smoothly. Yellow signals that things are slowing down a bit. And a red light, that means work is completely stopped due to a bottleneck or an issue. It is instant, highly visual communication. All of this leads us to the ultimate metric of a truly visual workspace, the number 30. Anyone, seriously, even a first-time visitor, should be able to walk in and instantly understand the current status of a process, a tool, or a schedule within exactly 30 seconds. And they should be able to do it without asking a single question. Which brings us to the supervisor's rule of thumb. If a manager or a supervisor ever has to ask out loud, "Hey, where's that tool?" or "Are we behind schedule today?" well, it means the visual management system has some glaring room to improve. Because a truly lean, efficient environment answers those exact questions silently and instantly, purely through its design. So, I want to leave you with this final kind of provocative thought to wrap up our explainer today. Does your workspace pass the 30-second test? I mean, if someone walked into your office, onto your shop floor, or even just looked at your team's shared digital drive right now, would they know exactly what was going on in half a minute? Implementing the 5S framework and robust visual management can absolutely get you there, turning all that chaos into pure clarity. Thanks so much for joining me on this explainer, and hey, good luck sorting, shining, and standardizing your way to a way better workspace.